Long time no talk. How are we all doing? So today I want to talk about something that's been on my mind for a while now, but I was just trying to really get more understanding about it. It's something that most of us know, but I just got a new understanding, and then, as usual, when I get something, I love to share so that we can all grow together. So today I want to talk about provision. The first time I heard that this analogy, not this analogy, this description was from Iwishi of Your Bridal. If you are not following Iwishi of Your Bridal, then you do yourself a favor. Go to Instagram and follow her. Her page is awesome. So I heard it from Iwishi. Then recently, when I heard it, I was like, I was thinking, trying to relate it to, because the first thing I do whenever I hear anything is to relate it to my own life and my own existence. How can I take? How does this relate to me? What can I learn? How can I marry it with how things are currently going on around my life? So, and then recently I was talking with my mom, and my mom said exactly the same thing. I was like, okay, in the amount of 2 or 3 weaknesses, a thing is established. It's about provision. So if she said that when God made, before God made Abraham, He already provided everything that Adam will need to live on earth. So, and if you check it, that's how it is with most of the things, and what we do in life. Okay, let's say for instance, I don't think it's when you take your child to school that when the child gets to school, you now say, oh, this child will need a biro or a pencil. You now rush to the supermarket or wherever it is you get your stationery shop, and you buy one, you rush to school. Then later you come, oh, this child needs eraser. You run again. Oh, this child needs snacks. I don't think that's how we do it. And we got that from God. Before God made each and every one of us, He has already put everything we need to succeed at this life in place for us. He has pre-provided. God did not finish making human beings and then He said, I didn't make intestine. I need to go and touch up and do intestine again. He did everything. And I related it to my mom. What my mom said was, before God gave us idea for a business, He has already put the people that we need those business, those ideas, those whatever it is we are doing. He has already put those people in place. So now the thing is just for us to align with them so that they can access us and then patronize whatever it is we are buying, selling, or whatever it is. And then again, before God instituted the matrimony, our marriages, He has already put in place the peace, the love, the joy, everything required for that marriage to be a success. He has put it in place. Now the thing is, the fact that that thing is not working, or the fact you are not accessing the full benefits of what God has provided, does not mean that God did not provide for us. Let's say for instance, when what goes up comes down, those are some of the rules that has been set in place right from the beginning. Sometimes we only equate these things with like major things. What goes up comes down. What do this do? But it's the same thing like procreation. You have sex with a man, you get pregnant. Just like what goes up comes down. If you cannot tell me that when Christians go up, they don't come down, they hang in the air. When Muslims go up, they come down. Or when people, It's for everybody. God made these rules for everybody. As long as we are able to assess what those laws are, we can enjoy the benefit. He has put everything we require, everything we need in place for this world to be a success for all human beings. When you have sex with a man, you are married, you are single, you were raped, you whatever it was, it doesn't matter. God has already put the law in place. Procreation takes place. He is not coming to put any new child in anybody's stomach to say, oh, this person needs a child, let me give the person. Right from the beginning, he already put procreation in place. So now when we meet God, maybe when something happens and then maybe someone is not able to take in on time, or how the person or when the person needs it, or maybe someone out of wedlock gets pregnant, is that one is like another different story entirely. What I'm trying to say is that it doesn't mean that procreation law was switched off for the person that didn't take it. Neither does it mean that God carried a child and gave the person that was single and said, okay, it's time for you to have a child. No, you put a law into motion, and that was what happened. And the fact that you cannot access the stream does not mean that the stream is not there. The stream is there. What happens is that you cannot access it. So now when we meet God to ask for something, we shouldn't go with the mindset of going to meet God and ask Him for Him to create it afresh. When people used to say, when I used to hear God is not going to create any new thing again, before I used to wonder, what does that mean? So what are we praying for? But I discovered that what it means is that He has provided everything that we will need to make this life and our life a success. So we are not going to meet Him to ask afresh, God, give me this, because He has already provided and put the rule in place. We are just going to enforce what He has already put in place. Just like the way I stood on the chair and I jumped down. What happens? I come down. So either is a spouse you're asking for, is a peaceful home you're asking for, business success in business you are asking for, child that you're asking for, clients you're asking for, whatever it is, God has already pre-provided, because the Bible said God knows the end of a thing from its beginning. So He knows everything we will require, and He has put them in place. And I'm not talking about only serious things like a life partner, a child, money, business, career, and all that. Not only that alone. Even seemingly mundane little things. Okay, let me give an example. Like recently, like when we were relocating, I had some, there are some free gowns I wear at home. And when we were relocating, I threw some away because they were old, and I gave some out when we came in. So I was telling my husband that I need some free flowing gown to be wearing at home. Sometimes I'm just in the mood to just put something on my head, and that's all. I'm not in the mood to start wearing something and all that. So I was saying, let me do and go to the market. Although if you know me, you know that I'm not really let me do and go to the market. It's going to take like ages. So then, like I think that was last week or so, there were some clothes, some fabrics I took from my mom about 4 years ago when I had my son. I went home, so I took some fabrics. I still take things from my mom when she sews new clothes like this, because my mom is a sharp-eyed woman. And so I took some fabrics from her, and she sells too. So I took some fabrics from her. I will sew them into tops, and maybe tops and free flowing gowns, so that I can be wearing for outing and at home. but I didn't really get around to it. So the clothes have been moving with me up and down everywhere I've been going to. From Lokoja, I brought them in. So last week, I just brought out the clothes. I wanted to give my son something. Can't remember. I was like, these clothes that are here, let me just bring them out. I just brought it out, and I realized that one of the clothes was a free flowing gown. This cloth has been with me for like 4 years, almost 4 years, because my son will be 4 this October. Has been with me for like almost 4 years, and I did not know it was a gown. I took those clothes. I can remember checking them. In fact, I don't know what happened. I took those clothes with the intention of sewing them. Frankly, I still don't know what happened, but I got to realize that God knew that I need a free flowing gown now, and that I may not easily go to the market to get one. And 4 years ago, he kept that script, because if I had started wearing it then, by now I'm sure, I am very sure, it wouldn't have followed me to Abuja. I'd have either given it up or thrown it away. But he kept it till, this is not something important, this is something very, very seemingly small, but he kept it till now for me. So that's why I say it doesn't matter if it's all we need is just an alignment with where God has to, first of all, to know the law of that, whatever it is we need. Then we go to, when we are going to meet God, we shouldn't go to meet him with the intention that he's making it new. We need an alignment. We need our eyes to be open, eyes that see, our eyes to be open, so that will align it. If you cannot forget your child's snacks or your stationery when your child is going to school, how do you think that God, like God, no, God, we forget something as important as you? So we are not waiting on God. You are not waiting on God. God is waiting on you. Yep, because He has created it, created everything, and He's waiting for you to see and to align. So ask God, put my eyes to see where this is. I know you've made it, you've created it for me already. Josh, you said it's not for us, I thought of good and not of evil.